supposing, as you say, that we have gone through many traumas in life, I don't think there's anyone who has not gone through a little trauma. Because even if you're a king or the most wealthy person in the world, it does not protect you from trauma. Suppose you had all the things in the world that could make you happy. Riches and all that people imagine. I'm not going to say riches necessarily make you happy, but they give you a certain amount of freedom and so on. Some people regard that as happy enough. But supposing you are such a wealthy person, such a powerful person, that you have all the things that wealth can bring around you, it still does not guarantee that you are going to be happy. You may be content with material things, but there's something inside that needs to be touched, to be opened up, to discover something. And everyone is going to, at some point, be aware a little bit that there is something, no matter no amount of wealth, no amount of fame, no amount of friends or things can fill that space. So even if you are someone who has all the things in the world, you have a family, they have all these things, it does not protect you that you will not feel grief. Maybe one member of your family pass away or something. The grief is going to come to your mind and to your house. No? So nothing by itself is going to insulate you against grief or trouble or suffering. No matter what your status in life. Now you brought this point. Some people have gone through some tremendous suffering and trauma even. I mean, deep suffering, deep states of anguish and despair and sorrow. And you mentioned that even in such states, unexpectedly, it seemed that grace can come. Unexpectedly, one may feel even undeservedly that some great sense of peace and the deep sense of a reassurance that things are going to be fine. We don't know where it come from. Maybe it didn't come through somebody come. Maybe you're by yourself and you're driven to such extreme of despair and you feel, oh no, what can I do? What can change you? I'm doomed. You may feel like that. And unexpectedly, a joy arises in you. A space seems to open up and you feel, whoa, thank you. What is this? Where is this coming from? You see? But you use the word, you gave us a hint, they become as an expression of divine grace. Nobody gave it to you. You could not purchase it. It come of its own accord, and your life seems to be touched by some inexplicable miracle, and you're feeling joy and relief, and maybe a deep sense of gratitude may come for some people. Not everyone. But many people will feel, thank you, whoever you are. You may have been an atheist before, but in this moment, you are very open. You maybe feel, what is this? This is something I have not experienced before. So let's take it like that. And then you say, from this, you begin to discover, even to the mind, even in this moment, when you're touched by grace, even your mind cannot say, look, it's outside, because there's nothing more inside than that. They're very internal phenomenon. You see, you can't say, but this is outside. Outside where? No, it's very much in the very core, in the very place where you feel you're suffering. It will touch there in a way that nothing else can touch. So in that moment, something must change in you. A change of heart, a change of mind. You may have been a very tough person, very aggressive. Still, you're not beyond the reach of grace. And if grace touch you in this way, a melting begins to take place in you. You see? And there may be a point like this can be the beginning of your spiritual awakening. You begin to feel very grateful. Thank you that you've come to me. I don't deserve this, but thank you. I want more of you. I want to be with you, whoever you are. You don't say, I want to be with me. You say, no, because you feel me is a little bit of a wretched state, but I want to be with you because you have brought peace and nothing else have brought me peace. So right there, something begins to feel naturally grateful. Thank you. Thank you for coming and filling my room of sorrow with such grace and such peace. First, you may feel deep attachment first.
Yes.
Maybe you are not attached to anything else but your own projections. But now something has touched you and you cannot praise yourself about it. You want to praise whatever this is. You want to say, thank you for visiting my house. Thank you. Please stay. Don't go. I don't want to be alone in the way I was before. I want to be with you, whoever you are. You may call this force Krishna, if Krishna is the one that you are used to when you're brought up. Some people, they're brought up, their parents had a picture of Lord Krishna, but they themselves were not particularly interested. But in that moment, you'll go to the thing that you most are associated with and say, oh, Lord Krishna, please, thank you, please don't go away. If you had a picture of Jesus, you say, Lord Jesus, please stay with me. Please, I want to be with you. If it's Lord Ram, you say, oh, Lord Ram, please, please. If it's Narayana, you say, Narayana, please don't go away. If it's Mother Mary, Mother Mary, please don't go away. Anandamai, please, Mom, don't go away. Whatever you think. If you don't have a name to it, you may say, oh, pure consciousness, consciousness, absorb me completely in you, whatever. But a sense of gratitude and thankfulness will arise within you. And then you want it first. You want more of it because you had the feeling, I did not have it. So I want to be more with this. And in some case, you said, I don't want my life back. I only want you. I only want you. Guru Nanak, one of the great saints that arose in this country, he says, rid me of ego and merge me in you. I have a prayer, I say, when you feel that depth and to be touched in such a powerful way, sometimes a prayer comes and says, replace me with you. Because you feel, me by myself is nothing. This touch, no one can give. Not husband, not wife, not children can give. This is something beyond. This is something very deep. You see? So at first, of course you want. This expression we may call the fulfillment of Bhakti Yoga. No? You are feeling so totally loved and cared for, maybe for the first time in your life. If we take such an example. So of course, first you want to be with this. At what point would you want to be detached from this? Detached would mean to go back to your wretched life of ignorance and selfishness and arrogance. Why would you ask for detachment now? You want more than even attachment. You want to be merged with that. You see? So this is what we discover, You want to be merged with that. You say, no, if I had a choice between my life and this, all my life I've lived 40, 50 years as me. And for 1 second I experience you. And take all my 40, 50 years away. Let me have this 1 second and continue in this 1 second. This is the miracle of experiencing the love of God. Everything you have done, all the things you have owned, but when that feeling enters into your heart, you know this is not a common thing. And you will feel so driven. You say, no, absorb me. Let me be immersed in you. This is a natural, This is when some people have never experienced even human love. Their first love is this love. Without it, there was claustrophobia. Oh, limit what spaciousness. You had no spaciousness. Sometimes your life is so full of you, there's no room for anything else. Then you're touched by this power and you experience spaciousness. Claustrophobia cannot be associated with the God self. Spaciousness. They say one of the modern sicknesses is a lack of inner space, meaning our lives are so full of the noise of concepts and ideas and desires and attachments and dreams that we feel just locked into this box of mental and psychological and emotional noise. When you discover or you feel that you have met this supreme self in any of its aspects, you are experiencing peace. Where there is peace, there is space, inner space. You could be living in a room the size of this platform and 18 of you are sleeping in this room. But when you meet this internally, you have all the space in the world, the inner space. Outer space, you don't mind. You may have to sleep standing up, but inside, all the space is for you. Then you say, this is a misconception, you see. If you are feeling that in coming to this experience, you may become so attached and then you lose your space. You had no space. Now you discover space. You cannot have a sincere encounter with the Supreme and regret it. Like, ooh, this is not what I was expecting. I don't think so. I don't think so. So it's too early to speak about detachment. If anything you want to be detached from is you. If anything you want to be detached from is our own obsessions and projections and ill-conceived ideas about life, you then feel, oh, this is where the fault is. It is that I'm too much, my life has become too stuffy. And now I'm touched by grace. I'm feeling this openness, this great sense of space and joy. Yes.